Hey, how's it going, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be reviewing The Cabin by Natasha Preston and explaining why I unfortunately had to give it a 2 out of 5. If you're looking to read a Natasha Preston book, I wouldn't start here. I am personally reading the books out of order from when they were published, so since this one came out, her writing has improved, so don't judge her writing too harshly on this book. The Cabin follows our lead character, Mackenzie, who's going away for a weekend trip with her friends, where after a night of partying and heavy drinking, they find in the morning that 2 of their friends have been murdered overnight, stabbed to death in the kitchen. There was no sign of forced entry, so the group of friends and the police detectives look inward to the group of friends that were at the cabin as suspects. The rest of the book follows Mackenzie trying to get to the bottom of who killed her friends that night. More people get killed, and they all receive ominous, threatening text messages saying that they're being watched. In terms of writing, the book feels very basic to me. Dumb teenagers who withhold information from the police to spare themselves embarrassment. Going back to an active crime scene and fiddling around with information that the police may have overlooked. And a lot of contradictory actions from Mackenzie specifically. On one page, she'll say, if she found some evidence, she would absolutely turn her friends in. But then on the next page, she would say, well, here's a lead, but we can't go to the police just yet. Preston's protagonists always seem to want to maintain control of a situation, and Mackenzie fits that template in this book. One positive thing about this book is that it did keep me guessing who the killer was. In past books, I've guessed correctly early on or had my suspicions about certain characters. Even though this one did keep me guessing throughout, I think overall that Natasha's writing seems to misdirect the reader a little bit too much, intentionally leading you in a certain direction only to switch gears at the end of the book, because pretty much all of her books so far have some kind of twist ending, which in the totality of her writing gives each twist ending less value. And I've said in previous book reviews that the dialogue between characters and the internal monologue of her protagonists is really very awkward. So I'm torn between thinking that that is actually how people would behave after dealing with a trauma like that versus people just don't act like that in real life. Especially Detective Wright. He has that bad movie cop that disbelieves everybody and believes everybody's guilty before having evidence, and he has his own agenda and he knows he's right and he's overly cocky. It just feels weird. And there's even a bit of fourth wall breaking when Mackenzie recognizes that Detective Wright is acting like one of those bad cops in movies. From my perspective, Natasha's books are meant to be taken seriously, but it almost felt like she was trying to justify why one of her characters would be acting campy like that when it's meant to be taken seriously. My recommendation is to read The Cellar, You Will Be Mine, and The Fear, which is her newest one. All of those I gave 4 out of 5 score, and you can check out the reviews on my channel of those. I would only say read the rest of them if you're trying to complete your Natasha Preston checklist. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next book review video. See you later.